First of all, I want to congratulate anybody who got a Zimmy Pop Award in 2023. Good work that you did. Hard work pays at the end of the day, but there'll always be critics. I want to congratulate Beefy for the 12th year of doing this. Amidst controversy, amidst criticism each time they happen. People saying that they are not up to par. People taking photographs of early attendance. Like when people are still getting in saying there's nobody who came through. Even though we know that the building was 90% attended. But that happens almost all the time. Right? But congratulations to BV. Congratulations to the award people. Special mention to the people I listen to. I'm not saying they're the only ones who are important. I'm talking of my personal taste. Malcolm Fundelim Tembedza, Six the Law, Denzel Sambo, Yard Universe, and other people. By the way, I'm saying these are the people I pay attention to. There are people that I don't pay attention to that won the awards, but that's the nice thing about awards. It's not about if you are a fan of those people. It's about who's got merit in the particular category. So I may not have been in touch with every single one of the people in the categories that won, and that's all right. And that's what we have to learn as Zimbabwean people and Zimbabwean hip-hop listeners and Zimbabwean hip-hop fans, that it's not always that in order for somebody to win, you had to be a fan of them, because somebody can do good and do exceptionally well even if you're not a fan of them. So this whole business of Diani, we don't know him, we never saw him, is rubbish. Read my lips, rubbish. So if you're one of those people saying, who's this person, whatever, tap your forehead and say, I am rubbish. You are rubbish. Joking, just jokes. But anyway, let's get into what I want to say for this message. Now, if you look at the people that won this year, now I'm getting into them, the ones that I've already congratulated. And most of them would admit, most of the people who won in the Zimmy Pop Awards this year, or even last year, or in the past 2 years, at some point they also used to, after the Zimmy Pop Awards, trash the Zimmy Pop Awards and say that they are not credible. Why? Because they weren't winning, they weren't the winners. That's the name of the game. Elections are free and fair if my party wins. Elections are not free and fair if we lose. Now, are they good artists? Yes. Some people were brilliant artists even by 2016, 2015, 2014. Did they win? No, they didn't. But another person who was as exceptional won. But did they accept it? No. They said, no, I'm exceptional. I was the one who was supposed to win. I'm exceptional. I was the one who was supposed to be nominated. So this thing is not free and fair because I didn't win. So for 4 years, those people, or for 5 years, those people would disparage the Zimmy Pop Awards at any chance, even call them the Beefy Harrison Awards or whatever, until they had one. Even me, I did that. I've got a Zimmy Pop Award, but at some point, I used to criticize. And in good light, I used to criticize the Zimmy Pop Awards, got one. Still criticize some of the things even after I got one. Got nominated into being a panelist. Say, okay, you've got so much criticism about what we do. Tell us. And some categories got introduced, like best verse and whatever, because I also wanted a balance between the underground, because there's songs in hip-hop, if you follow hip-hop properly, that cannot ever possibly be a hit song. It's not about hit songs. Sometimes some people are just lyrical. So we now have the best verse and so on, based on the submissions made by me, Noble Styles, and other people like that. And Noble Styles presented the recent ones. But he was as critical as me about the Zimmy Pop Awards in 2013 and 2014. He's gotten some of the awards. The Gordon Son has gotten some awards. He's been critical before. But my message is like, if you're a student at MSU, if you're part of MSU, There's no need to keep on disparaging MSU and saying that maybe and putting doubt in people's minds and saying some of the degrees at MSU might be fake. Some of the degrees at MSU, people sleep with people to get MSU degrees or CAT degrees or Lupane University degrees. But you're an MSU student. But you expect that when you get yours, honestly, when you get your degree without sleeping with anyone, without paying anyone, but you've been spreading a message that says that they are unfair. But now you are looking for a job in Harare. After being part of the furtherance of propaganda that MSU degrees are not credible. But now you want a job with a MSU degree. Now you're an artist who's been criticizing Zim Hip Hop for 4 years. Appeals was criticizing Zim Hip Hop Awards and saying they're not credible, but it's been accepting Zim Hip Hop Awards for the past 3 years. But you want to go use that in your biography and say Zim Hip Hop Award winner. But at some point you said the way that those things are selected is wrong. And it's not correct. So why is it correct when you get it, but it's not correct when others get it? Let's fix ourselves. Let's fix ourselves. So when you go and take photos of when people are still coming in and whatever, and you're part of hip hop, but you're disparaging hip hop, and then you go online and say, "Oh, these guys are online thing, whatever." But you're also an artist, but you're also on the other hand on Twitter supporting a conversation that's saying, "Nah, there's no credibility to this." Then when you become big, because God is going to give you a chance, because you're saying this because it's others winning. Next year in June, you might be the one who's getting the numbers only 10 is getting. But you already created a narrative in the imagination of the public that the stuff is not credible. So now you want it to be credible because you're now the one getting the numbers, and now you're walking around trying to get contracts with AFDIS, with Gen, with whatever, to support your stuff. They say, no, we don't support it. Why? Because, Google online, those things are not credible. Zim Hip Hop itself, and I'm not talking the awards now. Zim Hip Hop itself, it's an online thing. It's not hip hop ground. So be careful. And it's always done by the people within the culture. I'm not blaming someone who's outside of the culture. The people that disparage Zim Hip Hop are people within our culture of hip hop. And that has to stop, guys. Peace.